A classic blues lick of the week in the key of E major. Perfect for jamming over a blues shuffle pattern. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And real slow. Let's break that down. Okay, so this is a cool little lick that you can use to connect two very common solo impositions. The open E minor blues scale which, if you're using that to solo over top of a major key, like the key of E major, you can brighten up by adding in the first fret of the G string, the major third of this key. So, if you're playing a lick like going down the scale, you can target that major third before resolving. You can also find it on the fourth frets of the low E and high E. A great way of brightening up that minor blues scale in the open position. So this lick is going to connect that solo imposition with the blues scale in its C-shape position if you're familiar with the caged system. Okay, so some of you might not be familiar with this position of the minor blues scale. So if you're playing it in the C-shape position, we have 5, 6, 7 on the low E string, 5, 7 on the A, 5, 7, 8 on the D string, 4, 7 on the G, 5, 8 on the B, and 5, 6, 7 on the high E string. You put that together and we have the minor blues scale in its C-shape position. Okay, so those are the two scales, our source scales for today's lick. Okay, you put them to work and we have okay, breaking that down measure by measure, starting with measure number 1. Looks and sounds like this. A 1, 2, 3. We're targeting that E major chord, hammering down onto its major third, the first fret of the G string. Then we're gonna have open B and the open high E string. Getting into measure number 2, we're gonna slide on the B string, 3rd fret up to the 5th fret. There's a little bit of time there for a vibrato before you slide up to the 8th fret and go right into a slight bend. That's a very cool technique, kind of emulating the human voice. Very much in the style of Derek Trucks. All right, next we're going to play. We're in that C-shaped position of the minor blues scale in E. We're playing 5, up to 8 on the B string, then to the 5th fret of the high E string. Okay, that's 2 measures of music right there. You put them together and we have all right, now into measure number 3, it's gonna look and sound like this. Okay, and ending on measure number 4. One more time. Okay, let's break this up into 2 parts. Part number 1 and part number 2. Okay, so that first part, we're sliding up to the 7th fret of the high E string, plucking it twice. Then sliding down to the 5th fret. Next, we're going to the 8th fret of the B string, then to the 5th fret high E. You put that together and we have. Make sure you copy my finger choices there, it's very important. Okay, now, a pull off. 8th fret of the B string down to the 5th fret. All right, we're gonna borrow a note from the BB's box, 6th fret of the G string, and then finish up bending the minor third. That's going to be the 8th fret of the B string, and then vibratoing on the 5th fret, the root note, E to end the lick. You put all of measure 3 together and we have. All right, and the complete lick real slow. A 1, 2, 3. And a little bit faster. A 1, 2, 3. Just like that.